Yeah, so see, the cost of living has gone drastically, especially the time since we moved into Canada and until now. It's just crazy, and that's the same thing I was talking with my colleague the other day, that the accommodation has gone up, the cost of grocery has just tremendously gone up. And I don't know, there are people like us who may be having 3 to 4 sources of income. Maybe they are able to keep their head above water, but what about the people who cannot afford to go and do 2 or 3 jobs? Or what about the people who cannot who do not have that much experience to find another job or a second job? And it's so difficult.
No, I feel you, honestly. I really feel sad sometimes. Like, I see family with 6 kids and Usman, stop! Oh no, did he hit you? He did. Oh, Ya Allah.
Oh no, what are we gonna do now?
Just pull down, pull over this side.
It's going to be a crazy. Now we will need to share the information and go the insurance.
It's ugly.
Are you okay? You are not hurt, right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just scared.
I think the bumper got screwed up really bad. Okay, let me park the car. Oh, there are cars behind me. Hello everyone and welcome back to Canada and Beyond. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because on this channel we give you lots and lots of information regarding Canada, and we show you what it likes to be living in Canada as a young couple through our vlogs. So if you are someone who is interested in moving to Canada and learn more about Canadian culture and what it's like to be living in Canada, you are going to get tons and tons of information from this channel by subscribing to it. In today's video, we are going to be talking about one of the unfortunate incidents that Jihan and I had. We were involved in a collision nearby our house in Ottawa. This collision takes place a few blocks away from our house. Just to give you guys a little bit background story, we were going to run a small errand for our house. It was just a small grocery haul, but at that time there was a lot of snow. There was also a winter warning in effect as well. But because we needed some of the groceries, so we had to leave the house and go buy them. So while we are on our way towards the store nearby the intersection, we were involved in the collision. Now there were basically 2 parties involved in the collision. One was the other party who was turning left from the intersection, and myself. We were going straight towards north, and the other party, they were going towards east. What happened was, when I was crossing the intersection, the light turned yellow. And when the light is yellow and you are closer to the intersection, usually what happens is you accelerate a little bit and you cross before the light turns red. But during this particular incident, when I was going straight while the light was yellow, the other party thought that I would stop at the intersection. But in my mind, I was pretty sure that I'm very close to the borderline of the intersection. It was better off for me to cross the intersection, and the other party should have waited while the intersection is almost clear, then make the safe left turn. But unfortunately, they did not stop, and they just come right into the intersection while I was crossing it, and boom, my car collided with their rear body panel. Most of the impact was on my front bumper. I was driving Toyota Prius at that time, and if you guys know the Priuses, they are not built for the major accident. They are basically a fuel efficient, cost saving vehicles. They are not too much durable, especially in terms of collisions, because there are a lot of sensors around it. If there is an emergency, it also stops itself. However, because there was snow powdering on the ground, the car tried to stop itself because it was sensing the other car is right in front of it. But like I said before, that I was too close to the intersection. At that time, it was too late. The car tried to stop itself, but it slid and it just went and boom, it collided with the other car. Now I want to talk about what is the whole process, from the collision all the way until the claiming your insurance and having your car fixed, because that's the most important part. If ever you are in such a situation, God forbid, if you are in such a situation where you are collide with other car, the first thing you need to make sure that everyone in the cars, they are safe and sound. God forbid there is a bodily injury, you need to call 911 and have an ambulance or paramedics come to the scene and take the injured person or persons to the nearest hospital as soon as possible. But if there is just a fender bender and everybody else in the cars, they are safe, the first thing you need to do is ask for exchange of the information. When I talk about exchange of the information, this includes the driver's license, the license plate number, plus the insurance document from both the parties, and picture of registration of the car as well. And when I say driver's license of the person who are driving the car at that specific time, not the passenger driver's license or ID. So going back to our experience, this is exactly what we did. Once the car collided, we safely pull over to the safe spot where we are not interfering with the ongoing traffic. I pulled over, the other party already called 911. There was no medical injury in this incident, but regardless, they went ahead and called 911. And sure thing, they first of all asked if did anybody hurt in this incident. When they figured out that nobody was hurt, they said that all you need to do is exchange the information with the other driver and then report this incident to the collision center. Now, what happened in the smaller cities of Canada, when such collision happens, usually you can call the police. Police can come create the whole report, like what happened. They do not determine who is at fault at that particular time, but they record each and everything, like how this incident occur. But since Ottawa is a metropolitan city and everyone is busy, especially during the snowstorms here, the police, paramedics, everyone gets like really busy real quick. So what you need to do is exchange your information and go ahead and report to collision center, and you need to report this incident within 48 hours. You cannot go past 48 hours, because after that you can be deemed liable for this incident because you are not reporting it right away. So by law you have 48 hours. Rule of thumb is you should do it within 12 hours, but if you for some reason you cannot do it, make sure that you are doing the reporting within 48 hours. This is exactly what we did. After taking all the information from both the drivers, we put everything on camera. I also created some of the short videos as well of the incident, and I also make some videos of the intersection and explain how this accident happened. One key point here is to document everything, every small detail, because it is very important for your safety and the safety of the other party. After collecting all the documents and footage of the incident, next morning, even it was snowing and roads were bad, we still went ahead to the collision center nearby. It was about 15 minutes far from our house. We went over there and we reported the incident. Now, reporting was pretty simple, pretty easy. There are many employees at the collision center who are ready to help you. Once you go to the front desk, they will grab all the documents that you have gathered. But now, since Canada is becoming advanced, the collision center also have kiosk where you can just go ahead and self-report each and everything. At the kiosk, they ask you for all your information to fill up, like your name, driver's license, phone number, and it also gives you to input the brief description of the incident. You can write down the whole thing, how this happened, what is the name of intersection this incident happened, or what is the name of the street where this incident happened. And they also give you a small box in the kiosk where you can actually draw that this is my car, I was going straight and the other party was turning left from it. You can make small cars and you can label them me and other party. So our experience with the collision center, it was pretty much simple and smooth, and we have added all the details of the incident, including the information of the other party as well. Yes, they will also ask you to input the details of the other party, like their driver's license, their car insurance, registration of their car as well. So anyway, long story short, once we are done with that, the government employee of the collision center asked us to report this incident to our insurance. So as soon as I got back from the collision center, I called my insurance company and opened up a claim. Now in this regard, my insurance company is TD Insurance. This video is not sponsored by them, but I will still say their name because the claim opening process was really smooth, really simple. As soon as I called them and said like, hey, I'm involved in the accident and this collision happened in such and such intersection, and I would like to open the claim, they asked me for all the details, and also they asked me a report number which you will get from the collision center after reporting it. Yes, the collision center, after doing the all reporting, they will give you a big piece of paper. It will have all the details that you have entered in that kiosk, and on top of it there is a number. It's called reporting number. So that reporting number, you have to give it to your insurance. So as soon as I give them all the details, they immediately assigned me with an adjuster, insurance adjuster, who is designated to work on my case. The adjuster job is to finalize the claim, which includes determining who is at fault in this incident, how we are going to be repairing the car, and discussing with me what kind of insurances I have. Now there are some key points. After reporting this to my insurance, after I think 2 to 3 hours, I got call from my adjuster and he explained everything to me. He said you can definitely have your car towed to the one of the TD partner shops, which means TD also have partnered auto body shops where you can have your cars repaired. And the good thing is they also give you warranty on their work. However, you do have this option of choosing the shop of your own choice. Like for my case, there are a lot of Toyota dealership all around. Toyota have their own collision centers as well in Ottawa. I opted for choosing my own shop because I want my car to be repaired from certified Toyota mechanic. Obviously, TD is going to give me the warranty on the work which is being done by their partner shops, but for my satisfaction, since this is option for me to choose my own shop, so I opted for Toyota dealership. So anyway, long story short, next morning there was a tow truck on my door and asking me where is the car key. I gave them the car key. They towed the truck to the closest Toyota shop of my choice. Once the car was there, they started working on the repairing. Before the car left my parking lot, TD asked me to take as many pictures as I can of the damage of the car for appraisal reason. So I took all the pictures and sent it to the TD. This was done by a very quick and easy link that was sent by my adjuster. I clicked on the link and it gave me the portal where I can upload all the picture of the damage of the car. As soon as TD have all those pictures, they worked on the appraisal, like how much it's gonna cost me to repair the car, and that appraisal, one copy of that appraisal was sent to me and also Toyota collision shop as well. Now from that appraisal, it was compared with the Toyota dealership. Like appraisal has a specific amount. In my case, the total cost of fixing the car was almost $4,500, and in the appraisal, TD also make the same estimation. It was about $5,000. So in my case, the charge to fix the car was way less than the appraisal amount. So after receiving the appraisal and having the go ahead from my adjuster, Toyota dealership started working on repairing my car. Now there is one caveat when you are repairing your vehicle. When you are repairing your vehicle, you need a lot of parts. So the parts, you have two choices for the parts. Either you can go with aftermarket parts or you can put the OEM part. Now the insurance will only cover the aftermarket part because they are cheaper and a little bit low quality. Obviously, if you are going for OEM, original manufacturing parts that are coming from Toyota, they are going to be more durable, but also they will be more expensive as well. So insurance is not going to pay you for the OEM part. They always go with the aftermarket, a little bit cheaper parts. But in my case, all the parts that were going to be aftermarket, I did not opt in for those because I want the top of the line work done on my car, so I wanted to have OEM, original manufactured part from Toyota that would be put on my vehicle while the repairs are being processed. So I told my adjuster that I will cover the difference between the OEM part and aftermarket part. So I paid a little bit extra money, but I made sure that all the parts that are being used to repair my car are the original manufacturer, genuine Toyota parts. So I let my Toyota dealership know that I will pay the difference of the amount between the original manufacturer and the aftermarket parts. So they ordered the original parts and start fixing my car. Now the Toyota dealership took their sweet time. It was almost a month that the car was being repaired because a lot of original manufactured parts were on back order. There was a lot of backlog for it because of the supply chain issues during the COVID time. So while my car was being repaired at the shop, my insurance gave me a rental car for all that month. So for the whole month we have been driving the rental car. Insurance made sure that I'm not left without the car since my car is being repaired, because I had that rental car clause in my insurance, and rental was already covered within the premium that I was paying to my insurance company. So they made sure that I'm not left without car. That's why I did not care, no matter how long it takes for the collision center to repair my car. I already have the rental, so I'm not left without car. So I didn't really care much about how long it's gonna take for my car to be fixed. So after a month, my collision center called me and say, hey, your car is ready to go, you can come and pick it up. So I went, and the first thing they asked me, are you going to be paying any deductible? Since my adjuster did not told me that I need to pay any deductible, I did not pay Toyota dealership any money other than the difference between the aftermarket and the genuine original Toyota parts. Now you may deem to be paying the deductible in case when you are at fault in the collision. So when you have the comprehensive and collision insurance, you still need to pay 500, 200, 250 or even 1000 deductibles sometimes, but only if you are at fault. If the other party is at fault, you do not have to pay any deductible whatsoever, because the insurance of the other party who is at fault, they are liable to pay for all the damages of my car while it's being repaired. Now after doing all this process, I had my car, I brought it home, I returned the rental car to the rental car company. After 3 days, I received a call from my adjuster and asked me, is everything went smoothly? Is there anything that we can improve throughout our claim process? I said, no, you guys have been really helpful. It was really nice that the process was pretty much smooth and convenient. Obviously, it is unfortunate that I got involved in the collision, but after that, the whole process was very easy, so I really appreciate that. And especially the fact that they did not leave me without car. They gave me the rental car while my car was being repaired. This was a big plus. Now I have been driving in North America, both in US and Canada, for more than 8 years now, and I have never had any accident, knock on wood. But everything has its first time, so I had to go through all this process. This process, obviously, for the insurance company, when you talk about insurance company, it was really smooth and convenient. But still, being involved in the accident, having that trauma, having that impact, it's not a good experience at all. We would never wish anyone to go through this whole process because it is painful. Besides, should the accident was a little bit more intense, we could have had a bodily injury or a medical emergency or something like that. We could have gone, God forbid, on disability or something like that. So it is not a good sight to see when you are being involved in an accident. So I would definitely recommend you to please be safe out there, especially when there is a snowstorm. I said, I'm not gonna go out, especially when there is a winter warning. We will make sure that we are doing all our errands and grocery hauls before the winter storm, because I'm not gonna leave my home during the winter storm time. But anyway, when you are on the road, you need to anticipate all these good and bads. This is the risk you carry with you while you are on the road. Even though you are very much careful driver or you haven't had any accident in the past, but you cannot speak for the other drivers. There are a lot of drivers out there on the road who are new or who don't know how to drive or who are not really comfortable with the driving. Especially I have seen a lot of young kids driving, you know, the cars with, you know, loud exhaust, and they speed a lot, especially where they should not be speeding. So you need to always watch out for other people as well. So anyway, back to the insurance. Once the car was fixed, insurance adjuster called me and said, after asking me how was the process, is there anything we can improve. After that, he told me that we have looked at the both collision reports from the other party and you as well. So we have determined that you were not at fault. I was not at fault, which was, I know from the beginning, because I was going straight through the intersection and the other party was taking left. Should they need to go and take left and go towards east, they should have waited over there until the intersection is fully cleared and lights are green. Then they should have taken the turn and be safe. But the thing is, they did not wait until the intersection is clear. They are deemed to be at fault. So this was a big relief for me that I am not at fault, because if I was at fault, my insurance would have gone through the roof. In Canada, insurance is a no joke. So one at fault accident and your insurance can go as high as 50% more than per month what you are paying right now. So I'm really scared every time if there is an accident. I made sure that it's not my fault, because once it is at fault, it's really bad. And in Canada, you know, everything is expensive, and if you already have an accident, at fault accident on your record, your insurance is gonna go super high. So I really want to put this out there. Make sure every time, first of all, don't get into accident, but if you, God forbid, are involved in an accident, make sure that it's not your fault. Though in my insurance policy, I do have a clause which they call accident forgiveness, which means my first at fault accident is forgiven. My full insurance premium is not gonna go up when I am first time at fault accident. I was really scared that this should not be at fault accident, because if it is, my clean record is not going to be clean anymore. Even with the accident forgiveness, or when it comes to insurance, still when you are having a very clean record, it's a big dent when you have an at fault accident on your record. So I just wanted to put this experience out there. Hopefully you guys get value out of this video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because this is really important so that you don't miss any of our future videos. This was a short video to give you the experience, or let you know what is the experience that we have gone through when you are having your first accident in Canada. Please make sure to be safe. Do not go out during the snowstorm. If you are driving the car, make sure to drive within the speed limit, because the speed limit signs are according to the layout of the land. When there is, you know, school around or children playing, playgrounds and all of that, the speed limit is really low. So make sure to drive within that speed limit. Make sure to watch out for pedestrian and be safe out there. This is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.